Welcome aboard our historical voyage as we delve into the dramatic story of the RMS Lusitania, whose tragic sinking altered the course of World War I. Join us to uncover the secrets and consequences of this monumental event in history. Chapter 1. Prelude to Tragedy. In the early 20th century, the world was a tapestry of empires and alliances, teetering on the edge of monumental change. It was an era marked by industrial advancements, colonial tensions, and a complex web of international relations. Enter the RMS Lusitania, a marvel of maritime engineering, epitomizing the pinnacle of luxury and technological prowess. This majestic ocean liner, revered for its grandeur and speed, symbolized human triumph over the vast uncharted waters. Yet, beneath the surface of this golden age of sea travel, political currents were stirring, propelling the world towards an unprecedented conflict. The Lusitania, unbeknownst to many, was set to play a pivotal role in this global drama, as it sailed into the turbulent waters of history. Chapter 2. The Pride of the Seas. The RMS Lusitania, a jewel of the Cunard Line, was a masterpiece of nautical engineering. Launched in 1906, she was more than just a ship. She was a floating symbol of human ingenuity and ambition. With her sleek hull and powerful turbines, the Lusitania cut through the Atlantic with unmatched grace and speed, turning the daunting ocean passage into a luxurious experience. Her interiors were a marvel. Opulent staterooms, grand dining halls, and ornate lounges, all designed to cater to the elite of the age. This vessel was not merely a means of travel, it was a moving testament to the era's technological and artistic achievements. In the Lusitania's grandeur, passengers found the pinnacle of comfort and elegance, blissfully unaware of the turbulent times ahead. Chapter 3. Shadows of War. As the Lusitania basked in its glory, Europe was silently drifting towards chaos. The year 1914 marked a turning point, as long-standing rivalries and complex alliances culminated in the outbreak of World War I. This was a new kind of war, one that harnessed the full force of industrialized nations. The seas, once peaceful highways of commerce, transformed into arenas of naval power. Germany's formidable U-boat fleet, a menacing shadow beneath the waves, introduced a deadly game of cat and mouse. This undersea warfare threatened not just military vessels, but also the civilian ships traversing the Atlantic. The world was changing, and the waters the Lusitania traversed were no longer just routes of travel, but potential battlefields, where the lines between civilian and military targets were becoming dangerously blurred. Chapter 4. A Voyage of Destiny. On May 1, 1915, the RMS Lusitania set sail from New York City, embarking on what was to be a fateful journey across the Atlantic. Aboard were 1,959 souls, a microcosm of the era comprising aristocrats, businessmen, families, and individuals seeking adventure or new beginnings. Despite warnings of German U-boat activity, the mood was one of excitement and confidence, buoyed by the ship's reputation for speed and safety. The Lusitania's captain, William Thomas Turner, navigated with an air of assurance, trusting in the vessel's capabilities. However, lurking beneath the waves was a lurking danger: German submarines, ready to enforce the Kaiser's deadly maritime blockade. This crossing was not just another voyage, it was a journey into the heart of a rapidly changing and perilous world. Chapter 5. Attack in the Deep. On May 7th, as the Lusitania neared the Irish coast, the stark reality of war struck. A German U-boat, U-20, lay in wait, its periscope slicing through the ocean's surface. The Lusitania, a giant against the gray horizon, unknowingly sailed into the crosshairs. At 2:10 p.m., a single torpedo, a harbinger of doom, was launched. It struck with devastating precision, unleashing a catastrophic explosion. Panic ensued as the great liner began its tragic descent into the depths. In just 18 minutes, the Lusitania was swallowed by the sea, taking 1,198 lives with it. This moment was not just a maritime disaster, it was a shocking act of war, one that reverberated across the oceans and into the hearts of nations. The world watched in horror as the Lusitania's final chapter closed in the cold embrace of the Atlantic. Chapter 6. Waves of Shock. The aftermath of the Lusitania's sinking was a scene of chaos and heartbreak. As news of the tragedy spread, the world reeled in shock. In the cold waters of the Atlantic, desperate rescue efforts unfolded, with ships racing against time to save survivors amidst the wreckage. The stories of those saved were harrowing tales of loss, bravery, and sheer luck. Meanwhile, the global reaction was one of outrage and disbelief. The sinking transcended the boundaries of a naval disaster, igniting a political firestorm. In the United States and beyond, the event shifted public opinion decidedly against Germany, painting the act as a violation of moral and international norms. The waves caused by the Lusitania's demise were not just physical, but also metaphorical, rippling out to touch the hearts and minds of nations and hastening the United States' path to war. Chapter 7. A catalyst for war. The sinking of the Lusitania emerged as a pivotal moment in the narrative of World War I. This tragedy transcended maritime disaster, becoming a powerful catalyst in shaping global politics. In the United States, a nation that had clung to neutrality, public opinion underwent a seismic shift. The Lusitania's sinking, often portrayed as a ruthless attack on innocent lives, galvanized American sentiment against Germany, fueling a growing call to arms. This event, amplified by British and Allied propaganda, painted the Central Powers in a starkly villainous light. It became a symbol of the war's broader moral struggle, a clear line drawn between aggression and humanity. The Lusitania's legacy was more than just its tragic end. It became a rallying cry, a somber drumbeat leading the United States closer to the battlefields of Europe. Chapter 8. Propaganda and the Ethics of War. The Lusitania's sinking was not only a tragedy, but also a powerful weapon in the war of information. Propagandists on both sides of the Atlantic seized upon the event, crafting narratives to sway public opinion and moral judgment. For the Allies, the Lusitania became a symbol of German barbarism, an effective tool to recruit men to the trenches and rally support for the war effort. In contrast, Germany defended the attack as a legitimate act of war against a vessel they claimed carried munitions. This chapter of the Great War raised profound questions about the rules of engagement and the ethics of modern warfare. The debate over the Lusitania's legacy reflected a larger struggle over the meaning of civilization and humanity amidst the unprecedented brutality of World War I. Chapter 9. Echoes in History. The RMS Lusitania's legacy extends far beyond its watery grave. Over time, it has become a subject of extensive historical debate and analysis. Researchers and historians have scrutinized every aspect, from the ship's strategic significance to theories about hidden munitions. This quest for understanding has led to numerous expeditions to its wreck, lying solemnly off the Irish coast. Today, the Lusitania remains a poignant emblem of wartime tragedy, a powerful reminder of the human cost of geopolitical strife. Its story continues to captivate and educate, a lasting testament to a pivotal moment where the course of history was irreversibly altered. Chapter 10. Reflections on the Deep. In the annals of history, the Lusitania's sinking stands as a watershed moment, reshaping World War I and international relations. Its story is a complex tapestry of tragedy, diplomacy, and warfare ethics. Even today, it challenges us to reflect on the nature of conflict and humanity's resilience in the face of calamity. The Lusitania's legacy endures, a haunting echo from the depths, reminding us of the profound impacts that singular events can have on the course of human history. Thanks for joining us on this historical journey. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history, like, subscribe, and share. Stay curious and keep exploring.